touched a rock nearby. It turned into shiny gold. He touched a hanging leaf. It turned to sparkling gold. He grabbed his old wooden spoon. It became a heavy golden spoon. Gold, gold everywhere. I'm the richest king ever. Have you heard of the forest that has a cave in its heart shining brighter than the stars? A cave not made of ordinary rock but of pure crystal. And who resides in this extraordinary cave? A massive brown bear. Not just any bear. He is the king of the forest. Imagine with me a king who owns everything. Honey from all the flowers at his command. Fruit from all the trees. His right-hand subjects. And all the animals of the forest are his friends. A perfect life, isn't it? But wait. There is a strange secret in this shiny cave. Despite all these blessings, the king would say every day in a deep voice that shook the corners of the cave. Nothing pleases me. Strange, isn't it? A king who has all this and isn't happy. What does this bear want, I wonder? And what doesn't he like about all these gifts? The friends tried to make him happy. The peacock, proud of its beauty, came. Walking, it presented him a breathtaking gift. A fan made of its rarest and shiniest feathers. A gift fit for a king. But did the bear smile? Did he thank him? Listen to what he said in a grumbling voice. This is dull. Where are the truly eye-catching colors? I want more shine. Unbelievable. Even the peacock feathers didn't please him. What could satisfy this difficult king? Then the hopping monkey came, struggling to carry a giant banana cake. Its delicious scent filled the place. A cake sufficient for 100 hungry monkeys. Will this finally please him? Will he taste its sweetness? But the bear looked at it with disdain and said, "This is small. I want a cake the size of a mountain." The size of a mountain? Has this bear gone mad? Where will they find a cake of that size for him? And is there any gift in the world that will satisfy him? Even the brave little squirrel tried his luck. He came trembling a little and presented the king with a very rare gift. A golden-colored nut. It is said to bring good luck. Just one, but it's valuable. What do you expect? The bear's reaction this time. The bear shouted angrily until the squirrel almost fainted. Just one. Are you mocking me? I am the king. I want 1,000 nuts. No, 1,000,000 shiny golden nuts. The situation is getting worse. Nothing pleases him. Nothing satisfies him. How far will this greed take him? And will he remain like this forever? On a cloudy day, a solemn silence fell over the forest. From the shadows emerged the wise owl with her wide eyes that pierced through secrets. She knew exactly what was in the bear's heart. She knew it was a well that never fills from greed. She approached him and spoke in a quiet voice like the whisper of the wind, yet it carried a strange strength. "Oh, sad king of the forest, I know what you secretly desire. I will grant you the ability you dream of." "Oh my God, what is this power? And is it really what the bear desires?" The owl continued in a voice carrying a hidden warning that the bear did not notice. "From now on, everything your fingers touch will turn into pure, shiny gold." The bear jumped with joy and almost flew. "Wow! Everything I touch turns to gold. Oh, my happiness! This is what I wanted." Can you imagine his joy? Is this the happiness he was seeking? Let's see what he will do with this new power. He touched a rock nearby. It turned into shiny gold. He touched a hanging leaf. It turned to sparkling gold. He grabbed his old wooden spoon. It became a heavy golden spoon. Gold, gold everywhere. I'm the richest king ever. Singing and dancing, he touches everything around him in the cave, turning it into a magnificent golden display. What a sight! A whole cave of gold. But is all that glitters truly happiness? Wait for what's next. Then it was time for food. The bear felt hungry after all this fun. He reached out for a delicious red apple. What will happen to it, I wonder? The moment he touched it, it turned into a solid, cold, golden apple. He tried to bite it, and his teeth almost broke. Ow! Worry began to creep in. He wanted to quench his thirst with some fresh water from the small spring in his cave. Would he be able to drink? As soon as the water touched his lips, which had been touched by his golden hands, the water turned into liquid gold that can't be drunk. He tried to eat his favorite honey. And what about the honey? In the blink of an eye, it became a solid block of gold. "I can't eat! I can't drink!" the bear cried. Fear began to take hold of him. He got what he wanted, but now he is dying of hunger and thirst amidst all this gold. Has he begun to regret it? And is it too late? The greatest disaster has yet to come. And suddenly, in his confusion and terror, he heard familiar little laughs, the voice of his only daughter. The little bear, Nuna, ran toward him happily, shouting, "Daddy, did you buy this beautiful gold?" "Tawad! I trusted you." She extended her small arms to hug him as she did every day. He shouted at the top of his voice, "No, Nona, don't touch me." Will she hear him? Will she stop? What will happen if she touches him? But it was too late. An innocent touch, a hug full of love. And in a moment when time froze, his beloved daughter, flesh and blood, turned into a silent, cold, golden statue, standing in her place, her smile frozen on her golden face. The entire forest fell silent. Even the rustling of the leaves stopped. The king bear fell to the ground beside the golden statue of his daughter. He was no longer a king. He was no longer rich. He lost everything in an instant. He cried bitterly, shaking the mountains. "I don't want the gold. I don't want this cursed treasure. I want my daughter." He has learned the lesson. But at what cost? Is there a way to fix what happened? Can Nuna return in his despair? He remembered the wise owl. He ran to her, pleading with tears filling his eyes. "Please, wise owl, help me bring back my daughter. I will do anything." The owl looked at him with her piercing eyes, and she said there is one way, but it requires a truly repentant heart. She said, "Go to the river of wisdom at the farthest end of the forest. Wash your hands thoroughly in its clear waters. Let the water wash greed from your heart before your hands. Sprinkle this water on everything you turn to gold and on your daughter first." The bear wasted not a moment. He ran as fast as the wind toward the river of wisdom. He washed his hands in the cold river water, praying with all his heart. He filled the largest shell he found with the magical water and ran back to his golden cave, the ominous one. He arrived, panting, his heart beating between fear and hope. He stood before the golden statue of Nuna. He lifted the shell and began sprinkling the water. Will it work? Will Nuna come back to life? A drop, 2 drops. Nothing happened. Then suddenly, the golden statue began to soften. The dull golden color started to fade. The little bear opened her eyes slowly and said in a weak voice, "Dad!" The bear cried out with great joy. He hugged his daughter tightly as if he would never let her go. And he cried again. But this time, they were tears of joy and relief washing over his face. From that day on, the bear changed completely. He no longer said, "Nothing pleases me," but rather, whenever he saw his daughter laugh, a friend greet him, or a flower bloom, he repeated in a warm and grateful voice, "The best gift in the world is not gold nor treasures. The best gift is having our loved ones around us." And so, the king learned the most important lesson, that love is more precious than all the bear's gold.